Yo, 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 it's your boy Sneaky from R&R, recognition and respect. Tune in every Monday from 8 to 9 to catch up with me and my adventures and hear from my guests ranging from artists to entrepreneurs and much, much more. Catch us every Monday of the week on the west side of the after party. See you at the party, y'all. Yo, 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 what's up, what's up, what's up? How's everybody doing out there? Thank you for tuning in on this beautiful Monday night. You're tuning in to Recognition and Respect with your boy Sneaky here on the west side of the after party. After weeks and weeks and months of telling you that I was going to do it, the vlog is finally live. Episode 1 and 2 are out now on my YouTube. You can find it on my website. Episode 3 will be coming out this week. I'll be talking about Speakeasy. Surprise, surprise, it's happening this Friday, our 14th installment. 14 months of bringing hip-hop community, spoken word to Maywood, affordable, in the hood, for the people, by the people, of the people. And honestly, like, I'm proud to be part of it. When I first started it, I didn't know how it was going to go. You know, everybody dreams that they're going to be the next Bananas and want to do something for like 10 years or whatever. But hey, we're on year 1, going strong. But you never know. Hey, time will tell. Time will tell. We did the East Los Art Walk yesterday. I had the homie Flying Chimp Productions from the Night Flare Company out. So if you missed it, we're going to be doing a promo recap video. He got drone footage and he had his gimbal out there, high definition. I'm super thankful for the Night Flare Company. They are one of our sponsors. Film, music, event production team, live recording and production by JQ Sound. You got studio production and recording by Frankie Valentine. Flying Chimp Productions and Napalm Monkey Productions are all video editing and content generators. I handle marketing as well as booking shows, and our 2019 is going to be lit. So follow the Night Flare Company. Stay tuned. We're done with 2018. We're already in the future right now, so keep up with us. There'll be a lot coming, I promise. I got some new sponsors. If you listen to the last show, Sin Arias, Awakening Authenticity, a personal development and motivational blog. Check out episode 32 to find out more. My homegirl went through a lot, and she wanted to share her insight, her resources, and she noticed that there were people out there who were looking for answers, looking for guidance, and she thought, hey man, she's not perfect, but everybody has their story to tell, everybody has their observations, and you know, why not put it out there and see if it could help somebody? So I respected her. I respect her for that. She came on the show. She talked all about it. Check out the show. Check out her blog. She is our new sponsor, so, you know, send some traffic. Let's help her get her numbers up. Super appreciate it. Newest sponsor, Do Drop Delights, the home of the Wake and Bake Bar. So that's an edible company who I met through the homie Tony Grands. And honestly, like, the energy from homegirl who had the edibles was just so on point. And when I was sick, a couple weeks ago, I was sick and I couldn't smoke, and I was having a hard time sleeping, and I had crazy body aches, and I had some samples left over from the video shoot. And honestly, I ate like a bar and a half, and I went out like a light, and I woke up feeling bomb. And I don't know, maybe it wasn't the edibles, but I'm gonna tell you it was the edibles. So her Wake and Bake Bar is a wholesome, hearty breakfast bar: oats, nuts, dried fruit, chocolate, and of course it has THC. Quality ingredients. They use a 12-hour infusion process to get the most out of the extraction. And she just started doing what she calls her joy juice. It's a green dragon tincture. It's vegan and highly flammable. It's 190 proof alcohol with a 30-day extraction process to get a lot of THC. You can take it orally, put it on food or drink. Perfect for microdosing. Basically, if you're trying to be a little bit more discreet, don't want to smoke, and edibles hit you like way too hard, you just got a little dropper. You could drop it on your tongue, drop it on your drink, drop it on your food, and you can kind of like really dose out how much. It hits a little bit quicker than an edible, and you can like kind of gauge if you want to go deeper. So I stand behind her product. I really like to support people when like I fucks with them heavy, and she didn't have a marketing budget, so I told her, look, just shoot me some free bars and I'll give you my testimony. And honestly, I had one today, and I'm pretty sure I'm still high off of it. So shout out Dewdrop Delights. Last but perfectly not least, the Midnight Motives, my band. We rocked yesterday at the East Los Arwalk. Our guests from episode 24. Their album Visions is out on iTunes and Spotify and all that. So if you can go stream, support. Again, we did get footage of me rocking yesterday with them. I love rocking with my band. I miss them. I'm going to be putting together shows next year just to rock with them. So if you remember the days with the band or you were there yesterday and you want to see more of that, stay tuned because it's coming. Thank you. Those are my sponsors. Now to get to my guest.
What up?
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm tired.
You had a jam-packed 2018
Yeah.
from just the rundown that you just gave. So I was like, ooh, take a breather there.
Oh, you have no idea. But I'm doing my vlog, and I'm actually, like, recapping the whole year. So
Dope.
people are going to be able to see, like, because it's, you come in here and you give an hour and you kind of give, like, little spiels, but, like, you don't really see, like, the behind the scenes, the hours and hours and all the shit that goes into it and people you got to work with. So it's nice to be able to, like, give people that deep insight.
Right.
But this is about you. So how about you tell us who you are and what you do, and we'll start off right there.
All right. I am the-homegirlMonie. I am a rapper, singer, songwriter, born and raised in Pico Rivera, California.
Woo-hoo.
Shout out to fucking Pico.
Pico!
Was in LA. Now I'm back in Covina. Working on my next project. I dropped my last project, The Galaxy, in January 2018. So it's about to be a year.
The Galaxy?
The Galaxy.
Like Cali,
like
Galaxy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just working on the next project and
what was
just trying to create.
What was your year like pushing that? Like,
It was good.
Did you have like a strategy and you nailed it, or was it like something that you kind of just put together?
I will say that the thing that I did well was I had like a music video for damn near every song that was on the project. Yeah, so check me out on YouTube. Check all my shit out on YouTube.
Where can they find you?
TheHomegirlMonie.
Okay.
Monie spelled M-O-N-I-E. Everything spelled regularly. But so that was good.
That's huge. Visuals are huge these days.
Yeah. I feel like no one really wants to hear a song without the visual. Especially if you're like a new up-and-coming artist. Like, people just want the visual.
Yeah, they want to see you.
Like,
they want to see what you're into, how, like, cheesy or not cheesy you are.
Yeah, so...
also, like, if you're on YouTube, or, like, a lot of people use YouTube to find music, and it's kind of hard to just have a song with no... Like, with a slideshow or some kind of still shot, it's not really the business.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So, in that way, it was good. I did a lot of shows.
How many shows do you think you did this year? Since we're on that wrap-up, everybody's like, my year was amazing.
I honestly don't know, because I feel like I probably was pushing the project, like, in 2017.
Because you were, like, building up.
Yeah.
This is coming out. Here's the single, whatever, right?
Exactly. So I don't know. All I know is that when I first started off just promoting my music, I did a shit ton of shows, like a shit ton. And then once I finally got to a place where I felt like experienced enough, in a way to start getting more picky about the shows that I do,
right?
Then I started to slow down on the shows, because then it's like, all right, like when you.
So how long have you been doing this? Because that might help the people to say, like, okay, homegirl sounds like she's been in this for a while. Like,
well, honestly, not as long as a lot of my OGs, but I've been professionally pushing for about 3 years now. Yeah.
And when you say professional in quotes, what separates?
Well, see, because
what were you doing? Were you doing something before that you consider not professional, or?
It was just a lot of building up the confidence to take myself seriously, to actually consider myself an artist, and to actually, like, just fall forward into the unknown. Like, a lot of my artist journey has been like just on the personal side, just getting up enough, like I said, like confidence and
kind of like the ability to go up to somebody, I'm a rapper, and not be like, oh yeah, there's this thing I do.
Instead of just like, I rap.
Yeah,
Exactly. So it's like, I was like creating music and I was in the studio, but it's like I hadn't done a show yet. You know what I'm saying? And it was still like, I was like embarrassed because I wasn't fully committed. So I've been fully committed for 3 years.
And how long since you recorded your first song? Because I feel like that's important. Because even though you weren't professional, you were still like laying the groundwork, you know?
Then it must have been like maybe like, I don't know, maybe 7 years ago? Maybe? Yeah, maybe 7 years ago. I recorded at Crazy. It's not open anymore, but the homies in Covina will know. Highway Studios in Covina. Covina has like a really big underground hip hop scene. It's actually really, really dope.
Yeah, Neighborhood Watch is over there, right?
B-side is over there.
Yeah. I've done the B-side with Young
You had
Baca.
Showcase 626.
I haven't heard of that one.
Showcase 626 with Big Rob. Big Rob. Shout out to Big Rob, man. Yeah. He's pretty much like, I hate to say the verbs of, he just creates so many opportunities.
The verbs.
Right? Verbs is always like
verbs.
that one. Yeah, exactly. He's just given me, like, he gave me my first show,
Okay.
Showcase 626. It was at a bar in Covina. He does a lot of stuff in Pomona. So, yeah, just that side, just on the east side. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I have to just point out, like, I think you were just kind of like the classic example of why people are like, oh, people blow up so quick. Because you're like, oh, I've been doing this 3 years. But when you really go back, it's like 7 years. And by the time you're really on, it's going to be 10 years. And it's going to be like, it took 10 years to get here.
There's so much, because there's so much personal growth that had to go into it that before Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Before these different outlets that we have, it was just to kind of figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing with my life. Just to figure out what your calling is. That was probably the hardest work that I did.
And you think music's your calling?
So far. Yeah, 100%.
And is that like, okay, so when I hear calling, I think like higher purpose, spiritual,
for sure.
like
Yeah.
uplifting.
Okay.
Like, so like,
So-
what about music, or like, how do you take your message and like make it into like a calling, like a vocation?
Well,
like?
for me, it was just like I was really into church at one point in time, and it was hard for me because it was like a struggle. Like, am I supposed to do like gospel Christian music? You know
Which
what I'm saying?
Which is a thing. They have Christian hip hop out there, yeah.
So it was a lot of like fighting what,
like internal battles.
Yeah, it was a lot of fighting what I was raised to want to do versus like what I actually wanted to do. And so once it was crazy because I was like super, super Christian. Like, shout out to all the Christians out there. I'm not religious anymore.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. But that was like a huge part of like this journey.
So I was in this.
And when you say Christian, you mean like born again, like, or
born
what,
again.
like
Born again Christian. So I was actually, during the time when I was like feeling like really conflicted about the whole thing, I was actually in like one of these like church groups.
Yeah, like a youth
group.
Like a youth group.
I was in a youth group. And we were reading this one book, and the book in and of itself, it said something to the effect of like, the world doesn't need more Christian artists. The world needs just loving people to go out into the secular world and like just to touch people. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like a general loving intention.
It's like you can make your impact without having to
be hella
flame and fury.
Exactly.
And
this is technically, the author was within these two brothers. It was a Christian book.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was hella like like that was like, God's
loophole
answer right there. That was like God's answer right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as I've gotten older, my spirituality has changed, and I'm a lot more secular than I was before.
But you still believe in something.
But I still believe, I'm a theist. I still believe that there's a creator, and I still believe in that there is a God and all that kind of stuff. But I just feel like it doesn't have to be so restricted. You know what I'm saying? Like, your relationship with God,
it's a personal one.
It's 100% personal, and you don't have to like just be following all these guidelines and rules to life.
So this internal conflict and you kind of like having to be comfortable with yourself as an artist and all that.
Yep.
I have to assume that being a female and your identity and the nature of hip hop and there must have been like was that also a conflict? Like, what are you gonna
Oh,
rap
yeah.
about? What's the
Oh, hell
content? How are you
yeah.
gonna dress?
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
what's gonna be your look? Like,
100%. Well, because for me, like, I'm a very like sexual woman, and coming from a, right? I'm a fucking pervert. I am a pervert.
Hey, hey,
I'm a pervert,
that
and
makes
I'm
two of us.
Yeah. But it was almost like I was waiting for myself to give myself permission to be public with like who I am, with how I am, because a lot of my lyrics are pretty like raunchy. It's pretty like straightforward. I think it's still it's still
ooh,
creative.
Girl, yeah.
It's still creative and it's still witty. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about my music. It's still very smart. But
no, you got bars.
Yeah.
You got bars.
Yeah, so it's just not like raunchiness for the sake of raunchiness. But I like the fact that I'm not afraid to go there. And I think that's something that it took me a while to get to because of the pressures of society, how we tend to judge women for being sexual or you know what I'm saying, like they're not good, they're not waifu material if they've had a certain amount of bodies,
right,
or
right,
you know what I'm saying, like all
or
that
even
kind of
like
shit.
the Christian shit, right? Is like be very like virginity.
Right.
And
So it was like
a
a couple of different layers of like breaking through, because I had like that Christian upbringing, and then it's like still just on a basis like societal level, that it was just like a couple of layers to break through to get to a point where I was just like confident enough to be like, look, this is me, like, sorry mom and dad. You know what I'm saying?
I still love you.
I'm sorry, Nana.
I never meant to. No, anyway.
Yeah, so
so do you feel like have you ever had bad experiences like as a woman, like in the scene, like people not take you serious or like not give you props with, because you know what I mean, like because I feel like that's a common story that I hear from my homegirls, and like I know it's not a hidden, like it's a well-known thing, but
right.
It's in this day and age, like Me Too and all that, I feel like we're trying to raise those stories up more, so like
I feel like on my journey, thankfully I think I carry myself in a very like strong, powerful manner, so like for the most part guys don't try me.
Okay.
Which I dig.
Right,
I like
right.
that. I really like that. What gets hard is when people like want to reach out, or I'd love to manage you, or let's work,
quote
right?
unquote, yeah.
But having to maneuver through, okay, are you being professional? Are you just trying to fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Are
like,
you trying to like hang out with me, or are we gonna actually be productive?
Exactly. Like when photographers will like, so like one time, this photographer is like, yeah, I'd love to shoot you, blah blah blah. This fool DMs me at like midnight saying, hey, the studio's empty, come through.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, what
like
in the
booty call
in
hours?
what fucking world? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, what kind of women are jumping at these like opportunities that this motherfucker feels confident enough?
Or how stupid does he think you are? Like,
oh my god.
I
so
mean,
like
the time is weird. The fucking.
And he's still like, well, I would love, and he's a videographer also. I would love to work with you, but I'm like, no, like, sorry,
You're
I don't
a creeper,
care.
Yeah.
And that's what I say in this this freestyle that I just dropped, the Instagram girl freestyle.
Is that the one that I shared?
Yeah. I say don't need to free anything from anybody who just wants my body. This ain't just a hobby. And that's like part of the experience of like being a woman in the industry, being a social media personality or whatever it may be. So yeah, you kind of have to go above and beyond for your respect as a woman. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Which is a bummer. And I think like even for me as a promoter, booker, or whatever, like I try to be super conscious about how I come off, because I don't want to be that dude I don't want a story like this to be told about me, so it's like
right.
I try to be very like, this is not, and even I don't really try to hook up with any of the female artists I work with. Like,
just don't.
Don't
mix.
No. I mean, it's not worth it. Like, I'd rather build like like some kind of professional
100%.
relationship
Where you
that's
guys
gonna
could both
we're gonna
benefit
win.
off
Like
of
we
it.
gotta win. Like
Exactly.
and like
Just help each other out.
busting a nut isn't always a win.
Yeah.
So
I just actually heard what she said right now.
oh yeah, too yeah. Sneaky. Yeah, I'm still tired. Sorry, y'all.
No, you're good.
So we were having a little discussion off air about your social media following, and I kind of wanted to talk about because it's impressive. It's impressive.
It's, you know what, that shit, it's a blessing and a curse, man, because on one side, people do tend to take you more seriously as an artist if you have a big following.
Like they're more willing to pay.
They're more willing to pay. They feel like you're worth more, right? If you have your numbers.
And I'm guilty of that too, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like that's not true. Yeah.
And you know what? At the end of the day, if it makes sense, because if you hire or you book this person, at least you're getting that promo from their followers.
If they do promo.
If they do promo.
Because sometimes.
But that's where contracts come into play.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid if you want to. Shit, start writing up contracts. When I was when I was curating shows, me and my partners, we had contracts with the headliners. You have to by the day of the event, you needed to promote it at least 3 times. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what I learned in LA. Contracts. Fuck them. Contracts.
Nah. And honestly, like I think that's just where I'm at right now, is because it's all been homie shit.
Right.
But now it's like 2019.
Yeah.
Learn some
just
lessons.
Tightening up.
Yeah, tightening it all
tighten it up. Yeah. So it kind of, like I said, it's a blessing and a curse.
Where's the curse come in? Because you get
the curse is because sometimes it's frustrating for me because I feel like I should have more physical support, actual support. You know what I'm saying? Than what is being showed on my social media. So like it doesn't always translate
you can't guarantee
to
heads,
real life.
You can't guarantee bodies at the show based on
not
your
always,
11K or whatever.
No, and that's what it's pretty frustrating. But I have to remain like, I don't want to be a victim, so I just take that as I need to work harder. I want to start putting out more content of like me rapping, more content with me singing, you know what I'm saying? So like these people, you won't be able to just assume that I'm just a social media personality.
Or a model or...
Yeah, or a plus size model, whatever it may be. Like, you're going to know. You're going to fucking know. You're going to hear this shit. You're going to like this shit. And you're going to come out to my shit, whether you like it or not. So they just don't know it yet. Yeah. So that's why I've taken on the responsibility that, like, I just need to showcase my talent better and more consistently than I have been. And that's really, once you stay consistent, that's where, like, fans come into play. So.
Well, that's actually a perfect segue because when we first got connected on social through Sela Hip Hop, shout out Darvius and Pump the homies, I started following you and, like, really seeing you when you were doing The Block is Hot. And that was like a really consistent, like, here's a tour, here are the dates, here's like post after post, here's the girls, here's what we're doing, so like, tell me about that. What was the concept behind that? Was that just like something that you girls came up with while y'all were fucked up one night, or was that like was that something you'd been planning for a while? Like,
so us girls of the tour, we had been friends for a while.
You want to just give them a shout out so everybody knows who we're talking about?
Jasmine Safina, Dre Blue, Callie Alley, and then our videographer, homegirl, Kimiwana, Kim. Yeah.
All beautiful, lovely, talented ladies.
Just a team. It was a team, and I think that's what made it so much easier to stay consistent because
you're accountable to each other, yeah.
It's a team, so that sometimes, like, an independent artist, that's what's so hard because you are your team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you, but
or you're trying to build people and you can't pay them, or you can't, like, it's kind of like a lot of favor shit, and it's like, how we do this.
Yeah. So that started because I wanted to start touring, but I just didn't have the funds to tour like that. Of course,
yeah.
So I was talking to my homie, and he was like, and I had just done like a little private smokers party, like a small house, very intimate, but it was hella dope, and like the audience, like it was like 20 people, like fucking loved me. They were listening to every word that I said. You know when you perform and you could like when you drop a line, when you spit a line,
And their
and
head
people
goes-
actually acknowledge and
They get
understand
that
what
stank
you just
face, they're
said.
like, "Woo!"
And like, you know, if I said a funny line and people laugh, it's like, oh, these people are listening. Like these people are paying attention to me. And that's when I realized like, yeah, like intimate settings are sometimes best for, you know, for artists to get fans, because it's just so much more
And you can like go and meet every
Yeah.
single person there and be
Yeah,
like, hey, jump on
100%.
my social media. Like, did you like
You
it?
could
Here's
reach
my
out.
merch.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. So after that I was really inspired, and my homie was like, well, why don't you just do a house party tour? Or he said perform at house parties, something like that. That's what he thought. I was like, oh shit. So then I started thinking like, oh, I would love to do this. But then I was also thinking like, you know, that whole like more heads are better than one. So knowing Jasmine Safina, knowing Dre Blue, amazing artist, and then we have a host like Callie Alley, you know what I'm saying?
you want to talk about social media following.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I just feel like it was so much bigger. It turned out so much like better than it would have been if it was
you
just
solo,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it would have been, if I would have made that decision, it would have been based on like ego, and yeah, it definitely wouldn't have been so successful. So I'm happy we did it. It turned out really well, and I think it was pretty like trend setting, you know.
And what's your takeaway from that? Like, what did you learn from that experience? Like, was there things that is there something you want to do again, or are there things you could do better? Like,
yeah, as you go, as you know, like the more you curate shows, you find different ways to tighten up, and to improve things. I think what I learned the most is like the importance of DIY shit. That if you can do it yourself, do it your fucking self. Like create opportunities. Don't wait on nobody. So I think that was probably the biggest thing, just to like really feel empowered, independent artists feel empowered to, you know, make your own way.
and also I thought it was cool that it was like women doing
Right.
it for women, and like it was booked
Yeah.
by women. There was women performers.
Yeah.
It was like women were supporting it. Like,
Right.
it was nice. Like, just in the times that we're in, it was
dope.
nice to see like, and and that was like my first introduction to you. And
what
I
I
had
was
already
doing.
knew Dre Blue, and I had heard about Jasmine, but like seeing you all, and like I had booked Callie Alley before, but seeing you all together and like doing it, I was like, oh, this is tight. Like, the Block
Yeah.
is Hot was like, it was a good name for it. Like,
Yeah, that was Dre Blue. Dre thought of the name.
of course she did.
Yeah.
So you're working on a new project right now. And
I am.
when I booked you to do this interview, you were like, I'm taking a break. I
I
don't
was
want to
on
do anything.
hiatus,
I'm on
yeah.
hiatus. And so, like, what's the mindset in an artist to go on a break? Like, is it because you just put out this album and you,
It's
like,
like
were you burnt out, or did you?
No, it's like a regrouping. You know, it's like not a retreat, but a just to regroup, regain your energy, regain your focus, to kind of wrap up your last chapter, and to focus fully on the next. And I kind of took a little break on social media. Like for me, it was a big break, and probably for other people. Eric's like DJ Riot Boy's like, you're always on your phone, you're always on social media.
He's like, this is how I get paid, fool.
I'm like. I mean, yeah, like
Yeah, no, seriously.
it's almost like a part-time job. I can't wait until like I have someone
someone to
running
do
my
it for
social
you?
media
Yeah.
for me, because it is. You got to stay like, you know, interacting with people and giving people content.
I can't tell you like how many gigs or opportunities I got just because I left a comment on a post like, hey, y'all need entertainment for this, and then
So
jump
much
in the
of-
DMs
yes,
like, oh yeah,
yes.
we do need a DJ and a
So
sound
much-
system. What
yeah.
you got? Like,
So much of my hustle has so many of my opportunities have been from social media, 100%. So yeah, so I tried to chill on social media for a little bit. I had friends hitting me up like, "Are you okay? You haven't been posting." And
Hey,
I'm
the
like, "I'm
real
good,
ones,
dog."
right? The
Yeah.
real ones. That's
I'm
how
like,
you
"No,
know.
I'm fine. Like, I'm not dead.
That's how
I'm
you know
not
they're the
going
real
through
ones.
anything.
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to lay low, because it's like you want to lay low to like work, so that when you come back, you have
shock
shit
the
to
gram,
show.
yeah.
That you have shit to show. So now I'm beginning to start my rollout. I want to get some music videos out first. I'm gonna be rolling out some music videos for the rollout for the actual project. So I wanted to drop the project in January. That's gonna be pushed back because I'm gonna do.
You gotta take your time with it.
I'm gonna do at least a couple of music videos. Some really really edgy photo shoots I have coming up.
When you say edgy, what do you mean? Because I pictured edgy, but I want my people to have
edgy. I mean, within the concept of the project that's coming up. And
can we hear about it, or it's not ready? You're still baking it? You're still baking it.
I mean, I already have the photographer and the graphic artist.
And you know the name of everything and like the name of the project, and you have.
Yep, I know everything. I actually have a hashtag for it. It's called All Work No Pray. That's going to be the next name of the project, or the name of the next project.
Is that exclusive? They hear it here first. Was this the first time you said it on like?
I think technically, I've been using the hashtag a lot, but that's what it's going to be called. All Work No Pray, and then the LA years. So it's pretty much just when I moved, it's just touching on how I moved to LA, and I just became all about the hustle, all about the work, all about the productivity, but like forgetting to take care of myself, forgetting the self-care, forgetting to like take care of my spirit. So it's just about like the like darkness or the negative emotions or feelings or whatever that arise when you're not taking care of yourself, when you're lacking that balance. So that's why it's called All Work No Pray. Not because I'm discouraging people to pray.
No, I get it, yeah.
It's just that's where I was or am when I was writing the majority of the stuff on the project so far. So it was just like
you had
just
kind of
that
gotten
mindset.
Away from the prayer and the spiritual,
from the meditation and just taking care of myself. Yeah, so it's touching the project really touches on the darkness, the dark that we could go to when we're not taking care of ourselves and when we're not living balanced, pretty much. So yeah, that's what the project is, and I'm really excited. It's gonna be a lot darker than the Galaxy was, a lot more honest than the Galaxy was. But a lot more. My rollout's gonna be like so much more like artistic and thought out and
strategic.
Strategic is the word. 100% strategic. And you know, I'm still technically a new artist, so that's why like the second time around.
Well, you're a new artist until you're famous, right? Like,
right. Exactly.
You're gonna be a new artist until you're on TV,
for
like
sure.
on the radio. Like that's just how it's gonna be.
For sure. So I'm hoping to have the next single and music video hopefully within the next couple of months. But still, I'm gonna be putting out some trailers, maybe some like more like freestyles or unreleased stuff. Until then to build up.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many songs do you know? Or are you're still pumping them out, or are they all tracked out already?
At first I wanted to do like album length, and
like
then I'm
22 or 12?
No, I was thinking like 12.
Okay.
I was thinking 12, and then I was like, nah, today's day and age as a new artist, like people want to hear short shit.
Yeah, they want like 5.
So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do 5, and now I'm like,
12 sounds good. 10.
Well, now it comes down to if the project is as cohesive as it needs to be. So I don't want to keep it too short to where it doesn't bring the concept home, but then I don't want to like make it too long. So it's really just
feeling it out and letting it be what it's supposed to be.
It's filling it out, and I want to make sure it feels complete,
like organic, where it's not like forced.
Yeah, it for sure needs to like be cohesive and just it needs to hit the concept and my intention before I worry about a number. But it'll probably be between like 7 and 10.
Honestly, I get so weird and OCD about my shit that
it's
I
hard.
have it all planned out before I even start tracking it. Like I can show you a notebook where I have like my next 5-6 projects, and they all have names.
Crazy.
And they're like the tracks are all numbered out. I know the orders already. It never turns out that way, but it's always like I'm always like
it's good to have a plan and something to manifest.
It's gonna be this, yeah. I mean,
right. For sure.
It's just like you always gotta like. You gotta let it do its thing, you know, because it doesn't really belong to you. Like it's not really yours, you know.
Right.
Like it's
for sure.
It's like its own, yeah. So well, I'm happy that you're not trying to rush it, because I feel like in this day and age, it's really easy to be like, no, I gotta stay relevant. I gotta pump out material.
You know what?
It doesn't matter how it sounds. Doesn't matter how it looks. Like I just need to keep being on the ground. Like I gotta keep having posts. And
well, that's what's
so
easy
hard.
To
get caught up in that.
Yeah, that's what's hard, because you do want to stay consistent and you do want to push out material, but at the same time, like I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I'm not just a rapper. I'm not just, you know what I'm saying? Like I have so much vision and so much intention behind my shit that it's like I just want to create. I just want to create, and I think that's what I'm going to go back to. I want to create. I want to bring things to life. I want to have a team that like I'm just so excited that I started working with the graphic artist. He works for Disney, and he's just gonna bring my stuff to life, and I'm just like so fucking excited.
I can see on your face how like it shows how like pumped you are, and I can't wait to hear it. And I think like if you keep this energy, it's gonna translate, and people are gonna feel it. And like when they hear it, they're gonna get that smile on their face.
And yeah, so I'm just trying to like really enjoy the process and not be so impatient and not be so destination obsessed.
Yeah.
And so that's why I have to go back to like what my most recent mantra is: just have fun. Just have fun. Whatever I do, just have fun. So I have fun creating and bringing things to life. So that's what I'm going to do. You know?
Ever feel like you're having too much fun?
No, my anxiety kicks in and then it brings me right back down to earth. And I'm like, oh, there it goes. There we go.
All right, let's segue, change gears. We have a couple more minutes left, but I kind of want to talk about money and business and that struggle between being creative and getting paid, and like, because I don't know your story. Like, do you work 9 to 5? Does the music thing and the modeling thing pay? Like, how does that work in your universe? Like,
so I've definitely gotten paid for gigs before. I do get. Let me see. Have I gotten paid off of social media? I've gotten free shit off of social media. I've gotten like modeling gigs off of social media, which pay.
Right, yeah.
So
you said plus size model. Is that a thing? Like, I know it's a thing.
Yeah,
is that what you do?
No,
that's what you're I know you came out. There was I saw something about that and where you were like body positivity, but I wasn't sure if that was just like a thing or if that's like
I'm not an official model. I would love to actually, because I feel like I would be good at it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I could see.
I just feel like it's just another thing I want to do. Like I just want to do so much that I'm just like, God damn, like let me just get this music out. But my 9 to 5 job is I'm a crime scene investigator.
Word.
So yeah, I am.
Word. No, you're serious.
I swear to God.
Ah, wow.
So
the more you know, Jesus, that's incredible.
So I do fingerprinting and touch DNA at crime scene. So I'm really grateful because that's
like
a dream
CSI
job.
Type
Yeah, I do CSI. So that's a dream job in and of itself, and it pays decent enough to put towards my art. So
what are the hours like on that though?
It's actually not bad because I don't do the super violent crimes yet. That's a promotion for me. So I'm off at like 2:30 every day unless there's like an immediate call out that they need someone and if I want to take the overtime. But
and you went to school for that?
I have
or a certificate, or how did that work out?
So I was able to get in with my dispatcher experience because before this job I was a 911 operator dispatcher.
Yo, you were on those crazy calls where people were like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. You're like, calm down, ma'am, calm down.
So for that job, you do need a certain amount of college or a certain amount of units, but I don't have my degree in anything. I'm a college dropout. Shout out to all the college dropouts.
I can't ring the bell. I graduated.
Oh, good for you.
I can't. So you know what? Fuck it. So all my Kanye's out there.
Right.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool though. So you have a job and the job pays well.
I have a career. Yeah.
Oh, you have a career. You have a career. The career pays well, and you have a passion that you get to dedicate.
Yeah.
And then if the passion pays,
but I cannot wait for the day when I could quit my job. As grateful as I am, attitude of gratitude.
You're cool.
Fuck you. I'm out. Yeah. When I could do music full time, man, that'll be a dream come true. Yeah.
It's funny because I was talking to Tony Granz on Saturday, and he said the same thing. He's like, "Yo, the DMV, super cool. Like, takes care of my kids." He's like, "Can't wait till I walk out that motherfucker and walk back."
Yeah, I'm gonna go tour the world. Bye. Yeah. That's what I'm manifesting. So that's what's gonna happen. That's what I have coming for me.
So let's talk about that. Like, you're gonna put this project out. Like, what are your goals? Like in the next year, 3 years? Like, do you have a 5-year plan, or do you try to like just kind of take it moment by moment? Is there like,
I mean, clearly it. I don't want to give too much of my strategy.
you know what? We don't have to. We don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to. Secrets
no,
are
but
good.
it's fine. I
Brittany's
mean,
like, I want to know
I'll,
though.
I, I will tell you like what I want though. I
Yeah, you have to tell me
definitely,
how you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You
I
just,
definitely, I want to start touring. I want to start doing bigger shows. I want to do festivals. Um, and that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, those are like I just want to like step up my game, step my level up. I want to level up in every way, pretty much. So I don't really know about the whole like trying to get signed shit. I had someone who's like, I can't believe you're not signed and blah blah blah. It's just I want my masters. You know what I'm saying? Like above anything, like I want my business to be on point. So I can't say that it's a dream of mine to get signed. I'd rather come in with leverage and be able to set my rules and what I need and you know how you can suck my dick. This is what I want. If you want me, this is what I'm gonna fucking need from you if you want me as an
yeah.
artist. You know what I'm saying? And thankfully with the job that I have, I feel like I'm able to be a little bit more picky with that shit because it's like, look, man, I'm already like
I don't need
living
you.
okay.
Yeah, I don't need you.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah. So I can't even say I want to get signed. It's just I just want to.
Well, I mean,
I
that's
want to
cool.
be exposed to more people and like bigger crowds.
Well, I know I had Noah James in here, and he said like anybody can get signed. Like if that's what you want, like it's not hard to get signed and give everything
Yeah,
away
sign your
and have
fucking
these
life
fools
away. Yeah.
and like let these fools pimp you. It's not that hard to do that. Like
Right.
it's harder to go out and like put your team together and build it on your
This
own.
shit just takes time, man. You know?
So I'm curious. We are gonna play one of your songs at the end of the show, but I'm just curious, like, if you had any advice for yourself, like, if you can go back and talk to yourself, like 7 years ago when you were
7
still going
years
through
ago.
all that like conflict and trying to
Yeah.
like, if there was something you could tell, or think about like if there's a young female artist out there who's listening to this, or even not young, like maybe our age, who's like
Yeah.
in that place, like what would you tell yourself or them, like? What kind of advice or inspirational? Or
I
just
would
like
say
not give a fuck, like
I would say one, follow the happiness. That's the clear indication of what you know you should be doing and where you know you should be. Follow the happiness. And number two would be to like really, really get to know yourself. Know what you want and what you don't want. Because when you're clear about that, that's when the decisions become so much easier. Not that I have it all figured out. Clearly, I'm still growing and awakening every day.
no one does, right?
Yeah, but I just think that's just so fucking important. Just to really filter out all the other voices of them telling you what you should be doing, and you know what I'm saying, what moves you should make, and just really focus in on your inner voice. And that's let that be your guide. Pretty much, look inside yourself.
And are there days where you catch yourself slipping and you gotta like kind of look yourself in the mirror and be like, "Hey, girl, get it together," or do you feel like you kind of got to a point where you're pretty consistent in your routine and your discipline?
My issue is, and this is kind of like what the project touches on, it's just like just the worry and the anxiety and the doubt that can come when you're not feeding your spirit, pretty much, when you're not keeping your like either your negative thoughts or your doubts and worries in check. So yeah, I think technically I have general anxiety disorder, so I could technically be on meds. So I do struggle with like obsessive thinking and what do they call it? Catastrophe thinking. So it's just like you're just always on edge. And
like
you always
hypochondriac, how like you're always it's like the worst possible thing that can happen. That's what you're always thinking about.
something like that. Yeah. So like I've gotten a lot better. Like the old me would have been like hella nervous to be coming here. Like, oh well, what is like it used to be so bad that my anxiety, like I would have to cancel stuff because I was just too
freaking out.
anxious. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
It's not good for business, huh?
No, not at all. So like it's gotten a lot better, thankfully.
And You mentioned meditation. Is that like one of the tools you use? Is like what like you said you don't take meds. You said you could be on meds, but I'm guessing
I
you
definitely
don't.
could be on meds.
But you don't take meds.
I don't,
So
because I
like,
just don't think it's that severe as I think. I just try to. I don't even meditate half as much as I should. For me, it's just being aware and just being the observer of my own thoughts to be able to pull myself out of that black hole that I'm going down.
so like, hey girl, you're tripping right now. Like you don't need to be freaking out right now. Like kick
it's
it.
just practice. It's just having that self-awareness to just be like, man, chill out, bitch. You're tripping right now. Like it's not that serious, you know, for sure.
And like that inner dialogue is like very helpful to you.
I mean, there are times when I've had to be like, look, if it doesn't go well, like no one you love is gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's that extreme.
You gotta
have
go
to talk
the
yourself
opposite
down.
catastrophe. Like how worse could it? Like you want to talk about bad? Like let's talk about bad. All right, this is where you're at. This is bad. Like
exactly.
chill out.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
So this song that we're gonna play, what project is it off of?
This is off of the Galaxy. This is called Fuckity Fucks, and I don't know. Did you used to watch Everyday Struggle, or do you know about the show Everyday Struggle? It's with DJ Academics, and it was with Joe Budden. I'm like a huge Joe Budden and DJ Academics fan, but Fuckity Fucks is the term that Joe Budden uses to talk about like these young like mumble rappers. So this was actually my attempt.
He's going in on them, dude.
Yeah.
He goes in on them.
So this was my interpretation of like what like it just sounds like more younger mumble rapper-esque, even though I'm still like rapping on it, but the beat is very like Lil Pump type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Trap, mainstream radio shit.
So it's just my attempt at, you know, the young rap style. So that's why I called this Fuckity Fucks, and it's actually pretty fucking hilarious. You guys should definitely tune in and listen and check it out on Spotify. I just found out on Spotify like 13 people in 13 different countries.
Oh yeah, your wrap up? Yeah, your wrap up.
I was like, oh my god! I was so happy about that.
Fucking Verbs was trying to be all like nonchalant. He's like, oh, my numbers aren't that good. I was like, fool, chill with your fucking 60 countries and 216,000
I thought mine was going to be a lot worse than it was. It's still like, is super small, but like, I was just like, all right, cool. That's not so bad. Especially for my project, it was just on for a year. I've just been on Spotify for a year and just have one project on there. So I was like, I wasn't expecting anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully next year I'll triple what I did.
Honestly, I barely started like really promoting and trying to push people to Spotify, and like not even all my stuff makes it there because of samples and whatnot. So the fact that anybody's listening to my shit is a fucking win for me. Now.
I feel you.
So you mentioned that your new project is going to be more honest than Galaxy. So can you give us like a little synopsis of what Galaxy was about and like why you think it's like was it just more like your introduction braggadocio type?
Yeah, I think it was just an introduction. I just wanted people to hear what I can do. So I really hit all my projects. I really hit everything. I like well-rounded projects, so I like projects that have like the club banger, that have the love shit, that have the fuck men shit, that have the nasty shit. Like I like well-rounded projects. But yeah, the Galaxy, I don't think it really had a theme. There was like no deeper, like meaningful, like artsy thing to it.
There's like no concept really.
There wasn't really any concept, no. I mean, besides like the space thing, which I did.
Right. Like, but that was like a play on words with like Cali.
Yeah. And that was just more like the general, for like the look of it, pretty much like the album cover and yeah. But this one is just a lot more personal and a lot more reflective of the mindset that I was in when I wrote the project.
As opposed to like Galaxy just being like you outputting stuff.
Just trying to put like the best songs
like
together.
Like dope bars on good beats and like.
Right.
And have a bunch of videos.
Yeah, so it's a lot more focused and a lot more personal than the Galaxy.
Did you find it like, was it difficult to tap in and like be honest with yourself about that stuff? Because sometimes like I rap songs today that I wrote when I was like younger, and they still like tear up because I go back to that place and I remember how I felt and who I was, and like sometimes I don't like to do those songs because like I don't want to cry on stage. Like so I'm just wondering like
Yeah.
was it difficult like as you were putting out as you were recording it like fuck I'm actually like putting this on like people are gonna know this about me. It's gonna be like
This one song that I just recorded, and it's actually called "All Work No Play." It's
the title track. Yeah.
It's just kind of dark. Yeah, it's just kind of dark. And that one was sad to like. I was like, oh man. After I recorded it, I was like, damn, I'm so bummed out. Yeah, but I mean, it's the theme it's the theme of the project in one song. So in that way, like, it's an amazing song. It really is a masterpiece of a fucking song. So
well, I mean,
I was
and
happy
if
with
when
that.
people hear it, they get sad. Then you know you did your job.
Everyone
right?
that I've had listen to it, they love the song. It's like J. Cole type vibes, I guess you can say. But
like that introspective,
singing,
like this is my life.
Yeah.
Check it out. It wasn't great, but
so
we're
I'm
out,
just talking about like the current climate, like just politics, and then also I'm talking about like prayer and spirituality on the second verse. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Do you think it was easier to be like raunchy and ratchet and perverted than it was to be like deep and sentimental? Like because we're going back to that judgment theme, right? It's like they're gonna judge you regardless, but it's like they kind of expect you to be like out there, like.
What's crazy is like I get hella creative when I like rap about like or sex and shit. Like I just get like I'm like, yo, that shit is so funny. You know what I mean? Like it's just always done in a very like Ludacris is like one of my biggest influences, and Ludacris is just like so witty. He could be saying the most like disgusting shit, but it's done in such a smart, witty, creative way that you don't get caught up in the raunchiness. You get caught up in this guy is so fucking good. And that's how I kind of get with my raunchy shit, and that you'll hear in Fuckity Fucks in the verses. The hook's very straight to the point, but the creative part, the really creative part, is in the verses. But like writing deep shit, it's not hard for me to write. It's hard to put yourself in that mindset where you allow yourself to feel everything. That's
feel or feel?
Feel. When you allow yourself to feel everything, because it's just very, like you just get caught up in your day-to-day whatever and your mental checklist, and it's like to actually be able to like sit down and recognizing what you're feeling enough to actually sit there in it, ponder and write. So it's not the actual like the act of writing that's hard. It's just tapping in, taking the time to tap in. That's what is more on the difficult side. Because like I said, I'm all work, no play. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always something to do. So that's what I would say is the hardest part.
All right. Well, I super appreciate you taking time out of your night to come out here and chat with me. We got 5 minutes left. If you can tell the people where they could find you, social media, website, anything you want to get out, this is your time right here to just be like, fucks with me.
Gotcha. Website not up and running yet. That's one of my
2019
yes, for sure. I need a website and I need my merch. You could follow me on Instagram at TheHomegirlMonie. The Homegirl and Monie spelled MONIE, all one word. Twitter at HomegirlMonie. Snapchat at Monie the one and only.
Monie the one and only, but never lonely.
And then, just find me everywhere. Just Google me, The Homegirl Monie. I'll come up everywhere.
I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
Thank you for having me. I had so much fun.
Dude, it was.
I love talking.
So easy to.
I love talking. I'm so good.
So easy to talk to you.
This bitch don't shut the fuck up.
Look,
DJ Riot Boy will tell you that too.
I was able to drink my water. Like that's how much you were talking. So.
Right.
Sometimes I'm all dry because I'm doing all the talking, but no, it was good. Thank y'all for tuning in. You've been listening to Recognition and Respect with me, Sneaky, and the Homegirl Monie. We're here every Monday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the west side of the after party. I still got some events coming up. Speak Easy is happening this Friday in Maywood. And then at the 22nd, we're going to be at Indie Brew Co. for the holiday end of the year party. I'm going to have some vendors out there. So if anybody hasn't done any Christmas shopping, my boys will be out there wrapping stuff. Also, my homie Jesse is celebrating his birthday there. So, and we got the private room. So it's probably going to be like hella lit. I'm actually a little scared. Tengo miedo. Pero, thank you for tuning in. Follow me on Instagram, Shneaky ENT. That's SHNEAKY. There's no C. I don't know why you fools keep putting a C in there. There's no C. This is not school. This is Shneaky. But, tune in next week. Follow the podcast. Check out the vlog. Follow Monie. Follow the project's going to come out. She'll be doing shows. We'll be promoting them. And follow the movement, y'all. Support independent artists. Support your friends. Support your family. Support your loved ones. Just be kind. Be compassionate. And try to make the world better than the way you found it. All right, Brittany. Take us out. Love y'all. Mwah.
This the homegirlMonie. This for all the fuckity fucks. You like when I talk hella slick, huh? You like when I slide down that dick, huh? I like when you lick on that clit, bruh. Got my nipples hard in my double deep, bruh. This that raunchy Monie, horny Monie. Early mornings getting ticked in, going for mimosas. These are bottomless. Thank you. Car is topless. You are not this. I am wavy, Triton. You are lying, trifling, type of motherfucker. Don't want a boss ass bitch, you wanna cost a bitch. That type of shit leave you a hostage in a hostel, bitch. Yeah, I'm a hostile bitch, can't tell my hard head shit. Subliminals to the dome, this that hard hat shit. Kill a man for assaulting, tell him Monie sent you. We'll call it self-defense, crazy police shit, that too. Ain't got no goddamn room for you and your lame ass crew. Matter of fact, security, my ass. Thank you. You like when I talk hella slick, huh? You like when I slide down that dick, huh? I like when you lick on that clit, bruh. Got my nipples hard in my double deep, bruh. You like when I talk hella slick, huh? You like when I slide down that dick, huh? I like when you lick on that clit, bruh. Got my nipples hard in my double deep, bruh. This that starter, all bitch, mosh pit. This that put the kids to bed and get to fucking. This that who's that? Ass fat, ass claps. Can I touch your baby girl? Sure, it talks back. Look at that, look at me, foolery, full of heat. Hickory dickory dog, here come Indigo, just give me the cog. Licking and flicking and hitting my spot. He hit the lick like evading the cops. Taking a pic near the car that I bought. I am the having, you are the have not. Having a ball, having a blast. Wanna collab? I'll pass. You like when I talk hella slick, huh? You like when I slide down that dick, huh? I like when you lick on that clit, bruh. Got my nipples hard in my double deep, bruh. You like when I talk hella slick, huh? You like when I slide down that dick, huh? I like when you lick on that clit, bruh.